أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على أفضل المصطفين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تعبد إلى يوم الدين سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم ثم ما بعد الحمد لله. This evening we are going to be looking at different type of promises, threats, and lesson or exemplary punishments mentioned by Allah. The promises, the threats, even lesson, ibro, exemplary, but their punishments of Ummah Musabiko, of the people, the community, the Ummah that has passed before us. And precisely from Ayah 16 to 19 in 4 ayat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أأمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاسبا فستعلمون كيف نذير ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبضن ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير. Allah he mentioned أأمنتم من في السماء. He said أأمنتم from Amun. Do you feel secure? Do you feel safe? How can you be fearless of him? How comfortable are you that you are secure, you are safe? Amintum, man fi samai, in thinking that he who is in the heaven or those in the heaven, how free, how secure in your thinking do you think you are free from he who is in the heaven, who is above you in his throne? And the scholars of Tafseer said is looking at the Sultan and the Kuduru of Allah, the authority and the power of Allah which is above the heaven. So, are you secure and yakhsifa bikumul ard, that Allah will not cause the earth to swallow you? Allah will not cause it to consume you. Faiza hiya tamur, why it caused you to sink in? How can you be secure? How can you be comfortable? How do you think you are free from him that it makes you fearless of Allah? That Allah will not cause the earth to consume you, to swallow you, and you while you are sinking inside will not cause you to sink inside while it shakes, while it quakes, while it shakes with you. So do we think we are free from Allah? Is there anyone who can stand between us and Allah if Allah should decide to punish us? Why or how can human beings become fearless of Allah? This is a threat from Allah to those who are arrogant, those who think it's just to associate partnership with Allah or all those punishments you, Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you are talking about, or any other person is talking about, or the companion, the scholars are talking about, is just a discussion, it's just a rumor. If Allah should decide that the earth should open and swallow us, or that will sink inside, it come through an earthquake, a method of shaking, who can save us from that? Are you secure? Can you guarantee yourself that nothing will happen to your community after knowing in previous ayah that Allah said He's the one that makes the arrow zalulan? It makes it very humble, very easy, smooth, subject it to you. And He said, "Famshu fi manakibiha," walk on the sides the way you like. Wakulu min rizki, and eat from the rizq, from the sustenance of Allah. So He's now telling us now, what if Allah should decide to cause this earth He made easy for you to now consume you? Are you secure? Are you free? Are you safe? This is a question coming in a way of promise. It's a question. Are you free? Are you secure? But coming in a way of promise that is the way Allah will handle you if you misbehave. And telling us, giving us the information that Allah is Kuduru, He's capable, Allah ta'azib, to punish whoever disbelieves and associate partner with Him. We keep saying it is shirk, we keep warning against. Ibn Abbas, he said, it is a'amintu man fis samai in aswaytumu. Do you feel safe? Are you secure that you are free from the one in heaven in aswaytumu when you disobey Him? So Allah is talking about when we disobey Him. But why in the heaven? Fis sama. Is Allah in the sama? Why is the verse said man fis sama? Why is it said man fis sama? And we said we are talking about the sultan, the authority, Kuduru, and the power of Allah. But why even still the sama? The scholars of Tafseer said that is the thinking, the thought, the understanding of the people of Arab, or of the kuffar, that Allah is in the heaven. And naturally, that is our belief. Remember that slave girl that Prophet Muhammad asked, "Hey, in Allah," and she pointed at heaven. So it doesn't mean Allah is there. Because we know Allah is tawa ala al-arush. He established Himself on the throne. And from what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has explained to us, the kursiyu of Allah. You know, we have the kursi and we have the arush. We have the wasiya kursiyu samawati. We have the kursi. We have the arush. The kursi is bigger than even the heaven. The kursi is very big, and the arush is bigger than the kursi. So if Allah is in the heaven, and even the kursi is bigger than the heaven, and arush is in the heaven, how will it stand? How will the arush be above what it is bigger than? So our understanding that, but that is the natural belief that Allah is in the heaven, and that is the understanding of the people of Makkah or the Arab that the Ayah was talking to directly. I would say generally, you see somebody telling you, "Oh God, sin up." Even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what's the Ayah? Kodinaro takoluba wajihika fisama. But that does not mean Allah established Himself there. That is where He is. Because the understanding, the how, the desire of Allah, we don't understand it. You cannot limit or restrict Him to a place. May Almighty Allah make it easy for us. That is, it is for us to know that Allah is capable of sending whether rahmah or punishment the way He likes, how He likes, to whom, and no one will question Him. But the lutfu of Allah and the rahmah of Allah, the kindness and the rahmah of Allah makes Him to be forbearant, makes Him to pardon us. Now when we do whatever we do, Allah will just be looking at you. And we are going to see those ummah before us that Allah has mentioned. What happened to them? Look at the Hud, the Lut, the people of Fir'aun, Ashabul Aika, the Rosh, and all of them generally. Look at the way Allah destroyed them. But look at us. The people of Lut, what did they do? Sodom, Liwat. That's how we got the name Lut. If not, that's not his actual name as explained by scholars. His name is not Lut, but because of what they do. So the prophet of Lut, the prophet of Sodom. Then Allah now mentioned, after this ayah, where he mentioned that, are we saved? Do we think, how can you feel secure? Allah now mentioned in the next ayah. He said, أَمِنْتُمْ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاءِ أَنْ يُرْسِلَ عَلَيْكُمْ حَاصِبًا فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرٌ. Or are you secure? And all this one is in your thinking, because it's not possible. That is how limited our thinking is. Are you secure? Do you think you are secure? You are free from he who is in the heaven, as we mentioned again, man fi samai, and yursila alaykum hasiba, that Allah will not unleash, Allah will not send alaykum hasiban, upon you storm of stones, because he said hasiban, stones together with storm. Jalalain, he said rihan tarumikum bil hasba, it is wind hurling pebbles at you. It is a wind, but it is pebbles, stones that will be falling. That is the hasiban. So do you feel safe, secure in your thinking that Allah will not send to you, upon you, stones as storms upon you, dropping, falling? فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرٌ. By then you will come to know, upon seeing the punishment of Allah with your eyes, the nature of the warning of Allah. Because by then it will be too late. Do you now feel secure again? The first one we said, earthquake swallowing you. Now you feel comfortable. You think nothing can happen. You have no fear. You see house falling, and you are just in the room. The sitting room has fallen. The kitchen has fallen. The dining has fallen. You are in the kitchen and you say nothing will happen. What is going on? So are you secure now that Allah will not unleash stones on you, but you will soon come to know how true the punishment of Allah, the nature of the punishment of Allah, when it is now royal, when you are now seeing it directly, and by then it is too late to turn back. Meaning, فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرٌ, you will soon see the consequences of my warning. That I have been warning you, you refused to listen. You will soon know the consequence of my punishment when it becomes clear and it is seen to you. So, how can we be free from the punishment of Allah, from the authority of Allah, from his subjugation and his power, thinking that Allah cannot send a rihan mashuba bihijara minas samai, a stone that is together with wind. Okay, we see it is winds coming there, it is breeze. You feel hot. Yes, particular people, they were destroyed that way. They were destroyed by heat. It was difficult, unbearable. They couldn't bear it. That a particular time, they just saw shade from somewhere. They run there and they were calling us, see shade, no more heat, let's come here. And they gathered there. And Allah sent his destruction upon them, then and there. So that Allah can decide to punish us with something we love. Is water not a good thing? Don't you like water? How many people have been drawn by water? Without fire, can you cook food? Okay, what method will you use? You put it under the sun? No, we can try it. Bring your rice, your beans, mix it together, put the maggi, the oil. We don't sun will make the oil if it is once it stick together. Maybe we know how to try it. You can very hot day put our rice there, leave it, go and come back for 3 days. The rice will become stronger. So you don't need the fire, but Allah will still destroy someone with that. Have you not destroyed because of money? Or we think people cannot be destroyed by their knowledge. You are now arrogant. You think in the whole community, nobody is even qualified to be your student. They are only qualified to be your grand student. They can't even come and learn directly with you because you are one sheikh. So by then, you will see how true the punishment of Allah is. Then Allah now mentioned the punishment of the Ummah before us. And the reason is to establish, to kindle it in us, and to create that fear in the kuffar by extension to us, even though we are Muslims. That when you leave your religion, your practice, your Islam, and you start disbelieving in Allah, this is the reward or the punishment, what you are expecting. And Allah now give not just creating fear, He gave misal, examples, and He gave proofs for the example He gave. Let's see, not the proof now, for the example. He said, وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. Allah said, وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Indeed, those before them, yes, before them, the kuffar. And I say, when we say the kuffar, yes, we are Muslims, but it is a lesson for us. I cannot be telling you what happened to someone, how they were being destroyed, how bad they are, and you say it is not for you to take lesson. You know, why am I telling you? They have been destroyed already. I'm supposed to telling you, hey, you see, that guy stole biscuit, and they broke his head like that. And you say, I'm just telling you story. I'm telling you, steal biscuit too, your head will be broken. Because his own head is broken already. I should be telling him, you see, as you stole biscuit, don't you see your head? So it is a lesson for us. He mentioned, وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Indeed, surely, those before them, the community before them, the community before us, كَذَّبَ, they disbelieve. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. Then you should see how terrible their punishment was for denying me. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. Then see how terrible when they deny me. See how terrible I respond to them with my punishment. That is the example we said Allah is giving. Not the proof now. He's telling us to know, to look back, that the kuffar and lezina kanu come that way before us, they disbelieved in the prophets. They saw the proof. They denied. The punishment was before them. They disbelieved. Look at Ad. Look at Samud. And many others before us. Prophet Hud, alayhi salatu min Allah taslimat. He lived in a land called Aram, between Yemen and Oman. And his people, they have power. They were very wealthy, but they became arrogant. But one thing is always, all the prophets, they have something or second evil, or second, third, or fourth evil always at time. But the first one is always shirk. So all the prophets came, let's say, from one family, one message. The sunnah of the prophets keep changing. A particular prophet, yes, it was allowed before to cast lots, to throw your arrow. That Allah now said, Namal Hom, wal Messi, wal Ansar, wal Aslam, all Allah condemned it. It was allowed. I want to go to social place. Will it be okay? Yes. If this place faces me, go. If this place faces me, don't go. It means somebody will steal me on the way. And you throw it. It says I should not go. This way I'll sleep today. It was allowed. But that is the Sharia, Sherum and Kobalana. But that message of Tawhid remains. There was no ummah that Allah told you can worship me and that prophet. Or you can worship me and no. It remains. Because that is the creed. That is the belief in Allah. That is the only thing that once you stain it, Allah will not accept Allah will not accept you until you sincerely ask for his forgiveness. And we said shirk can come from different angles. Because when we just say shirk, associating partner with Allah, what comes to mind is, I don't have idol at home now. I have never prostituted to any other thing. It's only Allah I worship. But when I told you I visited one man that checked for me and he told me that girl you want to marry, if you marry her, it's going to be this, and I believe. What is that? When I have been sick, I have tried all Panadol, paracetamol, vitamin C, and all other drugs available. Nothing is happening. And I now check that man up. Check for me now what's happening. And he checked. It was discovered that it is the grandfather of the mother. Maybe one long story. Some you will think it didn't exist because they will confuse you more. And because of the problem, they just say, that's mother to the grandfather of my mother. That they are stepbrother together. Says, I don't even know her. You don't know her. That's why. But is she still alive? And you said you are not committing shirk. So there are things surrounding. That's why even most of the shirk we commit today is even more harder and more in number than even those before us. Because they know Allah is the God. They know this power belongs to Allah. They only just need somebody to link them with Allah. They see Allah as too big to go and meet him directly. I want to meet the president. I have to go through his SA. Unfortunately, people are using it as widget today to even prove to us that Allah is too big. So you can't just direct meet Allah. You need to look for who did the prophet use, who did the companions use. Okay, they were closer to Allah. And subhanallah, Allah don't know. Is that what you are saying? That a time is going to come that will not be close to Allah. So Allah don't know. Or Allah now fails to tell us, to legislate it for us. Is that the message you are passing to us? Is that the message you are passing to us? So we are even saying they believed in that and we are saying it is wrong. But our own today is, there are some attributes of Allah that we have taken away from Allah. Now, to an extent, we believe that sometimes when I need money, I need protection, I need this, I can call to another ilah, another God, being, go to the shrine, anything apart from Allah, not even with Allah now. Because with Allah is, I need money, this Bible, I have been worshiping you for long. I need money. I am making sacrifice. To Allah now, let him give me this money. I'm still recognizing that Allah. Now I'm saying, Ya Bayro, give me money. And if Allah wants to test you, you see money falling down. You that is claiming no shirk, where is your money? Me, I just called and it fell. The Almighty Allah grant us sincere iman and proper understanding of the deed. To just complete this ayah so that we stop here for today, for this week, inshallah. Allah said, وَلَقَدْ كَذَبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Those before them, before us, they disbelieved. And Allah said, see how I pay them with my punishment. And we said people of Hud, we are mentioning them, Prophet Hud. They were very strong, but they became arrogant. They were outstanding in their power. Remember, I said that sin, one is always there. Shirk. Then they always have second, third, and many what. The only prophet were to call to the worship of Allah. Apart from they were strong, they became arrogant. Apart from the main sin of worshiping any other thing apart from Allah, they used to form gang to rob people. You are a visitor, they will rob you. But what happened? When Allah decided to hold them, He sent a violent windstorm on them. Prophet Hud and others took shelter. But tornado was sent to them and it destroyed them. That is one of the example. Let's give another example. Samud, the people of Ad, they were the ancestors. Ad, that's the ancestor of the people of Samud. Prophet Salih was sent to them. Allah destroyed them. It was through a thunderstorm also, but mostly a shout. They were the one I said the other time. It was a shout, a scream that they couldn't bear. I just enter your house, turn the radio, not turn the music. If you like, let it even be the section of Qur'an. Very high. I say if your radio itself, you know there are some radio. The lowest of my own can even be the loudest of your own because I use that to dip your ear. But the actual very loud one, those one that those DJs and others used to blast, make it very high. It is even recitation of Quran. You won't even be able to take it. Yes, unbearable for you, to you. But now we are saying a scream. What? They were so powerful that they used to build land in the cave. But when Allah took hold of them like that, the scream, the thunder, the thunderstorm, they were destroyed. Is it not enough? Allah cannot hold up. I'm telling you that they were strong. Where do you build our houses? Is it not on land? I said the rock, break it, carve it, and they sleep inside. Imagine how strong they are. That was what they do normally. Not that you are strong in our own time now. Look at people of Prophet Lut, the nephew to Prophet Ibrahim. How did Allah destroy them? Allah sent rain of clay upon them, shower. You know the way you on your shower and the water will be dropping. But stones, that was not enough. Allah, the scholars, they said, Jibreel came, he took the earth, took it up and turned it upside down and bring it back on them. Imagine the punishment. Taking you up, not just earthquake alone, and the earthquake was part of it. They were lifted, turned upside down with a stone bearing name of every individual because they disbelieve in Allah. They associate partnership with Allah. They added one other sin. What was the sin? Sodomy, liwat, homosexual, gay, lesbianism. A part of people made it halal upon themselves. Today in our community, we are almost all agreed to make it halal. And no one's house has turned upside down. And we are free, we are comfortable. I said, apart from associating partner with Allah, they participate in homosexuality, the sodomy, from the liwat. Men marrying men or having sexual intercourse with men. And they were destroyed in that way. Shower, a rain of clay, of stone on them. Earthquake. They were lifted and turned upside down because a man used to have sexual intercourse with a man comfortably. Today, in our community, we are not only having sexual intercourse with a male, but we are now, meaning it is not just sexual intercourse and we go, we separate. Now, we are almost legalizing it. Not just sexual intercourse, there are marriages being conducted openly of a man marrying a man, a woman marrying a woman, staying together comfortably. And somebody will come and tell you, I am a comfortable and I am happily married with my... What do you even call? With your what? I don't know. A man will now call a man his what? My man wife. Then the man will call her who? My woman husband. And we are looking at what Allah has mentioned. I am into. Yeah, do you feel secure? No, that's the first two we mentioned. Ayah 16 and 17. Do you now feel secure? You are now comfortable that if people did something like this, they only have sexual intercourse and separate. We are not having it once. We are now, it is part of our life. We are almost all agreeing. We marry together, we live together, and we are comfortable. We don't fear the punishment of Allah. You go to such marriage and you are looking, it is being done close to us, and we are not condemning it. But Allah, because He is Halimun, the one that forbears things, He's just looking at us. He is Rahman and He is Rahim. So it now makes us to think that we are strong, that Allah is not watching. Allah has forgotten. Allah don't. And these are attributes that are not befitting of Allah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's mention one or two. Ashabul Aykah, Prophet Shuaib was sent to them. They lived in Madian, a city in Hijaz, close to Medina. There are people known as the people that worship the thick and big trees, or the people of thick and big trees. They were traders, but apart from worshiping another thing with Allah, what did they used to do? They used to reduce their measure. You want to buy something, your measure, you punch it, so it makes it go up. Or you create, it's been done today. Everywhere. Not necessarily your measure now. I want to buy a bicycle. You are giving me the one that the tire is very bad. You know the measurement, but haven't you reduced it? Or you punch the tire so that I will come, because you are selling tire now. I will come and buy new one from you. So their measure, it is not well measured. They were warned against that. But what happened? They refused. Allah sent them heavy heat. Heat that they were not comfortable to bear. You know, when you are feeling hot, you know how it can be. Even though you still are outside, you remove your clothes now. But this place, nowhere to hide. The room, even these big trees we mentioned, nowhere. And one day Allah just decided. Allah tested them in another way. That they saw a place where they can hide. Because this heat makes it difficult for them to breathe well. They now say, there is shade here. Then they now start calling, hey, Mr. Hey, come on, Sushi, you are there? Sushi, let's enjoy it. Baba, you are you to come. Mama, Kaka, just calling. I don't know whether they call themselves Baba or Mama, but it suits our time. And they all gathered there. They were enjoying the shade. And that was where Allah now destroyed them with fire. With fire. So please, some of these prophets, we've mentioned their people. What is it they are doing that we are not doing? The shirk has become almost commonplace. Reducing our measure is there. Homosexuality is there. Sometimes even though it is not the law of Nigeria, it's not allowing it, but you'll be scared of even meeting people because people are doing it secretly. And there are places where people do it openly. You see someone come and officiate it. Somebody was asked, he said, now a man marrying a man, a woman marrying a woman, that's what of you do that are marrying animals? When Allah said, He has created from amongst you your partner. He has created a man for you as a woman for you as a man. A woman, He has created the woman to marry the man.
Allow dog to marry dog.
You allow the dog, because the dogs, or maybe the ghosts are not complaining. Let them marry themselves and you are taking over. And unfortunately, they are not even marrying them with Sadaki. They just catch them. No, they are not inviting anybody to the Walima or any other this thing. The Almighty Allah make our fears easy for us. So the essence, the message is always go to I am into or am into. It is for you to know that you are not free. And the question is, are you secure? Do you now feel comfortable that Allah will not handle you? Allah will not cause the earth to swallow you? That Allah will not send down stones on you? Just the same way He has done, He did to those people. That's the essence of the Amsal nation. These are the examples. We are not talking of the proofs now. We said in this ayah, we are looking at the examples and proof. These are just examples. The Almighty Allah grant us among that will return to Him as soon as possible. May He count us among those whose iman will be very strong, whose belief will be very strong, who will live with the kalima la ilaha illallah and die meeting Allah while Allah is pleased with us and we are pleased with Him. Wa akhiru dawana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.